Hello and welcome to Nikolay's genetics lessons, and today I have prepared two pedigrees for you, and now you have to solve the problem who is going to be more inbred, whether this individual or this individual. And for those of you who didn't see my previous uploads and wondering how to solve this problem, here is the solution. Imagine that this individual here has genotype A1 and A2, and another individual has genotype A3 and A4. So now we have to find probability, for example, for this individual to be homozygous by descent for the allele A1, which this individual can receive from father side and also from the mother side, because we have here a loop. So this individual was a parent of this individual and this individual. And in order to find the probability, we have to find how many connections we have here, and this is going to be the first pass and second pass. So 1/2 probability that individual here would pass this A1 allele to his son, and once again here would be 1/2 probability that this allele A1 would end up in this individual who is going to be a grandson of this grandparent. And also we have another probability that this A1 allele would be inherited by the daughter of this individual, and probability would be 1/2. And also, if this individual would inherit this A1 allele, 1/2 probability, or 50%, that this A1 allele would be inherited by the individual whose sex here is not specified. By the way, sex of any of these individuals in this pedigree is not important. So as you see, the probability would be as follows. So we have to multiply 1/2 by 1/2 by 1/2 and by 1/2. So probability of getting A1 genotype would be 1/2 raised 4. And this is going to be 1/16. But also this individual can be homozygous by descent for A2 allele. And we would have about the same picture how this A2 allele can be inherited, and the probability would be also the same. So this individual may be homozygous for the A2 allele, which he can get from both father side and mother side, and probability would be 1/16. And also this individual can be homozygous by descent for allele A3, and once again 1/2 here, 1/2 here, 1/2 here, and 1/2 here. So probability of such an event also would be 1/2 in the power of 4, which is going to be 1/16. And the last variant would be that this individual would be homozygous for A4 allele, and probability would be also the same. So now we can call that probability of this individual to be homozygous by descent would be a sum of all probabilities, and we have to add 1/16 plus 1/16 plus 1/16 plus 1/16, and as you see, the answer would be 4/16 or 1 quarter, or we also can say 0.25 as a decimal number, or if you need an answer in percentage form, the answer would be 25%. And this is going to be inbreeding coefficient of this person. Now let's compare with what we see here. We see here female, male, they both has a daughter, and then father mates with daughter and produce a progeny here. So this is something we normally do not see in humans, but we usually see this in animals, especially those animals that is bred for certain traits. And once again, imagine the genotypes of the parents here would be A1, A2, and say A3 and A4. And now let's think. Can this individual be homozygous for A1 allele? He certainly can get this A1 allele through his mother side, and mother is going to be a daughter of this female, so she can inherit with A1 allele from her or A2 allele. And of course she also can pass any of these two alleles to her progeny. But this individual wouldn't be able to get second allele, so wouldn't be able to be homozygous by descent for the same allele, because his father genetically not related to his mate. So we have to exclude this individual from our calculations, and this individual only can get alleles from his father's side, so alleles would be homozygous, so would be inherited both from the father side and from the mother side. Say, what is the probability that mother would inherit A3 allele? And probability would be 50% or 1/2. She can inherit whether A3 or A4 allele from her father's side. And what is the probability that this female would pass this allele to her progeny? Once again, going to be 1/2. What is the probability that this individual will get A3 allele from his father? And as you see, probability would be 50%. So probability for this individual to be homozygous for A3 allele would equal 1/2 in a power of 3, or this is going to be 1/8. And probability for this individual to be homozygous for A4 allele would be also the same. So 50% probability that this female will get this A4 allele from her father's side, 50% that she would pass it to her progeny, and 50% probability that this individual will get this A4 allele. So once again, we have A3 genotypes probability as 1/2 in a power of 3, which equal 1/8. So now we have to also add these two independent probabilities, and the answer would be 1 quarter or 0.25 or 25%. So as you see, these two pedigrees is so different, but inbreeding coefficient is going to be the same for both inbred individuals here, which is going to be 0.25 or 25%. And this is all for today. Thank you for attention. Please subscribe for my new videos that I post almost every day. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please write your comments, questions if you have any. Share this video with your classmates, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.